how do you navigate, for example, because obviously we're in an era of like simps, where are legit will buy girl anything, pay for box, all that stuff. How do you overcome niggas paying for box when you don't? Like, for example, like let's say there's 10 baddies out there, right? Out of 10, like 8 get paid for box. How do you get the box without paying for it in your own way?
Because when you don't pay for it, it's genuine, and they still want something genuine. Like I said, women still want something genuine. They still want love. They still want this, a mutual attraction. They still want quote unquote real. Like, how they say, I just want something real. When you pay for it, you don't get that. So whether you pay for it or not, it's still gonna be a player. So every guy right now that's buying pussy and buying women and shopping, taking them shopping, there's a player somewhere that ain't doing none of that, and she feels something with him, something real. Look at the movie Casino. Everybody watched this movie for you remember the movie Casino with
I do.
What's my guy name? Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Sam Rothstein. Everybody watched that movie for like the gangster factor. They don't see the relationship part of it. How you have this guy who has the world, handsome, connections to the streets, on top of the world, casino, appears to be alpha, but what was she doing? He tried to buy this bitch like, hey, I can take you off the streets, I can give you everything you want. What was she doing? Sneaking off to some low-life pimp who was making her feel something.
Yeah.
So you can try to buy it all you want to. You don't have to. If you a guy that's not big tricking or whatever, you ain't gonna really have no problems, because women don't respect tricks anyway.
Because me and Myron don't pay for box, right, at all. We don't ever pay girls for box. But
Everyone in Miami does, bro.
Everyone in Miami
Holy
does.
fuck.
So what I have to do is like kind of like come into it from a experience standpoint. So for example, not the average experience of going to a club or getting a dinner. It's more like I'm gonna take you on things that are, for example, Dave and Buster's, or like, for example, maybe like a random pop-up shop we just go to, chill, walk in the park, shit like that. Because that's an experience that's different than going to a club, all that shit. So from that standpoint, it's how I get them kind of like in my circle, because I get them experience that they're not used to.
But it's not even about it. It's a lot of people think it's not even about that. They experience, the experience they having is a genuine connection with another human being.
Yeah.
That's the experience. And despite how promiscuous a woman may seem, or she is, despite the shit that she's talking,
they still want it.
They all still want and desire that. And the person that can act like they giving them that is gonna have it all.
Yeah.
Now, of course, a woman gonna go where like if you throwing some money at a hoe, she gonna take it. But you still gonna outwin the guy. If you come in like genuine with who you are, you still gonna outwin the guy. You got a lot of guys that trick cope and say, "Oh, you gotta pay one way," and that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
What are your thoughts on? Because this is the thing, and you said you used to live here in Miami, so I'm sure you're familiar with this.
Yeah,
like, bro, everybody that we know that has some money, they all fucking pay for box,
scary,
bro. It's
all
fucking
my homies,
wild.
When I was ripping and running wild, all my homies did that. All of them.
Bro,
I was
it's crazy.
Had I not had my dad teach me different, I probably would have been doing the same thing if I was taught that way. But my dad caught me early. It was like, that's not how you do it.
It's crazy how many dudes. And let's keep it real with the passport bro movement. A lot of guys just do it because it's like, bro, fuck it, I'll just go pay for box for bad or bitches down in Colombia or some shit and it's cheaper. But it's like, to me, I look at it like, bro, it's so wild to me how many dudes pay for box. It's like a thing. I mean, what are your general thoughts on it?
But this thing. This is why I tell guys not to do that, because you cheat yourself. Like, you buying the game, right? So, you get you basically renting a cooperation. But when you paying for it, you're not developing the skills that you need, because ultimately one day we want a family or something long term. We want to be 50 with a companionship. But when you cheat your way through life in the game by paying and not getting that experience, what happens? You 50 years old, and I see it. I have clients like that. They've been tricks all their life. Now they 40. They want something real. They don't even know where to begin. They got a lot of pussy, but they don't know how to deal with women. They don't know what
1,000 body count, but don't know how to deal with women.
Don't know how to deal with women. Don't know how to, don't know how to arouse women. You get a woman in a relationship, you committed to in a relationship, you don't even know how to arouse a woman naturally. You see what I'm saying? And this is the thing about women. A trick to a woman is the same thing as a whore is to us.
Yeah.
Right. So how we look
Facts.
at how we look at a woman who's a whore, who will give her value away just freely to any and everybody. They look at your resources like how we look at their purity and their vagina. So if you are giving that away, she gonna take it, just like we gonna fuck. Just like we gonna fuck the chick that's giving it away. We gonna get our dick sucked, but are we gonna wife her?
No.
Is she gonna respect you if you just can come off because she look at you like, how can I be safe with a guy that'll just give his money to it? Like, how can I have how can my kids be safe, or how can I have safety if this motherfucker is gonna take our money and go trick it off?
Facts.
Yeah.
You see, and women, they're not gonna say this to you. They're gonna come in this motherfucking hour and talk about, oh, I like a guy that's, can pay and do all this shit, but deep down, they don't respect that. Yeah. That's why the trick, you don't never see the trick whisk off in the sunset with his chick happy and fucking. It don't work like that because they don't respect you.
So it's funny, right, bro? I have a friend. And I'll set up double dates, right? I'll bring 2 girls, either from out of town or from here, and he's so stuck on paying that the girl wants to fuck him. She's DTF as fuck. She's ready to go. He'll still pay her. I'm like, bro, it's set. We went out, had a good vibe. They're ready to smash. I'm like, bro, why are you paying? Yeah. But again, because of his mentality, how he's doing so often, he still pays. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
It's gonna catch up with you. It's gonna when you need the skills, when you need those skills to actually, you're not gonna have them.
Yeah, it's scary, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to use Pokemon, but I've always used the analogy like if you play Pokemon back. Do you play Pokemon back in the day?
No,
probably not. All right, I'm the nerd here. If you use rare candies,
I'm a gamer. I got fucking 2 rigs, $3,500 a piece.
Oh, okay.
I'm a gamer like a motherfucker.
Well, Pokemon, right? If back like Red and Blue version, you used to be able to do this cheat code, rare candy glitch, right? Missingo, right? And you basically use rare candies to level up your Pokemon. Well, what ends up happening if you use the rare candies to level up your Pokemon? Whenever you fight them, they're not as strong. But when you go and train and like fight the gym leaders and go in the grass and fight random Pokemon, whatever, those Pokemon have way stronger attack, special, defense, etc. than the Pokemon that you give the rare candy to level them up to 100. So if you level them up through fighting, they're way stronger. But when you level them up through rare candies, they get to level 100, but they get there and they're weaker, significantly weaker. It's kind of the same thing when you pay for box all the time. What ends up happening is your skill set and awareness and frame with female nature is not worked, and when it's not worked, it atrophy, and then you don't know how to deal with women in real life. So then if you do get in a relationship, whatever, and the worst is when you got money, because then she'll sell you the facade, get married to your dumbass, tolerate you for a period of time, and then she's gonna run away with everything because you never learned the rudimentary skills of, how to get sex when she doesn't feel like it, or well, obviously legally and shit, but like how to arouse her, how to get her attracted to you, how to actually get her to respect you. A lot of guys don't learn this shit.
And let me say
real quick. Some nigga said, "Oh, fresh paper box." Yeah, if I was paper box, I would have been exposed months ago, bro.
Yeah, bro. We would have been expected. Bro.
In Miami, bro, that shit's common. I'm just asking because most people here in Miami do that shit, and once and for all, bro, I wish I could say these niggas, but you can't.
Yeah, you ain't gonna never, as popular as I am, you ain't gonna find one bitch that say I even bought her a drink and I wasn't fucking already in
Facts.
the club. Like I don't, but I was taught early on, like that's just something you don't do, and I was explained why. Fellas, I'm going to be teaching you the 3 secrets to make a woman fall in love with you. It's a free training, absolutely free. Click the link in the bio or the description or the comments, wherever you see this at. You got to come see this. You do not want to miss this. This is going to take your game to the next level. If you're a guy who struggles to keep women around, if you're a guy who struggles to make it out of the honeymoon phase of dating, 3 to 6 months, and then the woman goes ghost and leaves you. If you're a guy who struggles maintaining attraction and attention over a long term. If you're a guy who struggles maintaining a rotation of women, this is for you. You do not want to miss this. If you want to experience the pleasure that comes from a woman who's truly in love and open for you, you do not want to miss this. This is the place to be. Click the link in the bio, the description, or the comments. I'll see you there.